my friends, welcome back. So for today's video, it's going to be another flower letter, and I got this one super quick. This is letter 18, and we are just going to jump right into this one and see who it's from. Okay, so we got another postcard. So here's what this one looks like. Back of it. And looks like we got a classified letter. I don't know what this is. Okay. Okay, not really sure what that is. Let's read this telegram first, and let's see. It says, attention classified. Okay, so this says May 20th, 1944. It says the office of Mrs. Audrey Rose Burke, Washington, D.C. It says, Dear Audrey Rose, thank you for your letter. The relief I felt at receiving it can only be revealed by the relief I saw on Charlie's face when I told him the news. He's a fine man, my Rose. I've suspected it ever since you told me about him. It wasn't until he stood up to me when I asked him to write and convince you not to go through with Abe's plan. However, that I knew you'd chosen a better man than me to walk through your life with. I'm sure it must have felt like a great betrayal to you. Your forgiveness means a great deal to me. I know it wasn't very supportive of your appreciation in Abe's plan, but can you blame me, my Rose? You and your sister are my world. You're all I have left of your mama. I see so much of your courage and compassion in both of you, and I don't know what I would do if I lost one of you as well. Only after Abe wrote and assured me you would have the very best protection he could provide, I was able to accept there was nothing I could do to stop you. I never wanted to hold you back. My actions had nothing to do with my belief in you. I was solely motivated by protecting you and your innocence. Lionheart himself would tell you that espionage is a deep game. One with consequences you can't anticipate. It's rare that one comes back from it unsullied. Now that the Selvets mold is in custody, I hope you're settling back into a safer working environment. You've probably heard from Charlie by now. The tone around here is very tense. The edginess is so tangible, you could cut it with Captain Jack's sword. Ike seems to bear it better than the rest of us, even though he's got more at stake personally. He covers any nerves or fatigue with a lot of coffee and cigarettes. But I can tell you he's more ready to have it over and done with than any of us. He has us working around the clock. He hardly sleeps anymore, so none of us do either. The only break he seems to take is an hour here and there to rest in what he calls the circus wagon. He also reads from his well-worn Western novel when he can snatch a moment. Not sure if the Westerns make him feel braver or help him nod off at night. I'm mentioning all this because what we've been preparing for the last 11 months is finally about to happen. Do you recall mentioning in one of your letters that you learned something about Charlie's father over Christmas? Do you remember asking me what I thought Charlie deserved to know? When you wrote originally, I didn't think it was a good idea for the same reasons you mentioned. Too much was at stake. Well, a few things have happened since then, and a few things are about to happen that have changed my mind. For one, I just received word that Lionheart has been captured. After telling us about the Solvents mole, his message was overheard by one of Hitler's men and traced back to him. Lionheart has been on the run since he realized his cover was blown, which is why you haven't received wires from him lately. The latest intelligence says that the enemy finally tracked him down at the resident safe house in France. He's being held just off the coast in a little village called Aisne-sur-Mer. Secondly, I've always been honest with you, my girl. Since you were very small, you've demanded the truth from me up front, whether it was good or bad. I've done my very best to resist sugarcoating anything for you, and this time won't be any different. Operation Overload will almost certainly be a success. But what few people know is that the cost will most likely be much higher than originally anticipated. A 75% casualty rate has been predicted among our air power alone. Ike knows this, but the majority of us agree this is our best chance to push the Nazis back and establish a military stronghold there on the Western Front. Which is why I feel I owe it to you to warn you, Audrey Rose. The truth is, Charlie's battalion will be the one of the earliest to land during the invasion. Whatever's waiting for our boys, he'll be the one the first to take the brunt of it. I'm telling you this not to try to worry or frighten you more than I'm sure you already are, but because I want you to have time time to grant Charlie whatever closure you can before it's too late. If there's anything you need to say to him, anything at all, say it now. I wish I could give you better news, even more than that. I wish I could have Charlie to safer ground the way I did Ruby. But you and I both know he's the kind of man that wouldn't allow it, even if I could. So give him every reason within your power to survive what's ahead, my Rose. Give him every reason to come home to you. The last thing I want is to see you struggling through the same wasteland of grief I went through after your mama passed. I don't think I could bear it. Ruby sends her love. Yours, the General. P.S. Send whatever response you have for me via Uncle Abe. He will be coming to London before overload and can safely carry any sensitive information you need. I will, of course, safely place whatever you send directly into Charlie's hand myself. Then it says right here at the bottom, it says to learn more about General Dwight D. Eisenhower and the Operation Overload, visit their Flower Letters page. Wow, guys. I have to say, I didn't expect it. I mean, I knew it was going to take off really, really quick from Charlie's letter, but I never would have thought that Lionheart would have gotten caught and Charlie's battalion is going to be first in the front lines. That's kind of scary. So I guess this is a map, I suppose, of the battalion. It's got like the 21st Army Group, 21st Army, the British 2nd Army. It's just got, I guess, arrows pointing here. I guess this is where they're going, or maybe taking over. I'm not really sure. I'm not very good at battle strategics here, guys. That's super scary. I really, really hope that Charlie can make it out. I hate that he's going to get sent in first thing. It really is sad. He's already kind of telling Audrey to go ahead and write her closure for him, like anything that's going to give him closure. Like that's really, really sad, and that's scary. What I really, really love about these letters is that though I know that this was fictional, the story is fictional, you know, I mean, it's based in World War II, but the characters are fictional, as I've told you guys. But just to imagine that the only way to communicate with somebody back then would have been to write them a letter, and not to hear from somebody for 3-4 weeks at a time would have been scary, and not knowing what would happen to that person. And I like reading the emotions in these letters. It is just, they capture it so well. And I really, really love these letters. I have enjoyed these letters. I hope you guys have enjoyed them. I can't wait to get the next one. I want to know what Audrey says to Charlie, you know, any peace of mind that she can give him. And I hope that perhaps they'll be able to get Lionheart out. Do let me know what you guys think about this letter. Any thoughts or anything, just please leave them in the comments. I will get back to you. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I will see you guys back here in my next flower letter. Bye.